In this daily drop, we're going to talk about things like affiliate sales, ad revenue, and also other ways that a channel can survive. So let's go. All right, here we are. It's the end of the holiday week. Well, I'm shooting this with the intention of it being the episode that's the end of the holiday week. Still haven't cooked that turkey yet, but that's how it goes with content. And while I'm being candid about things, I really wanted to talk a little bit about things like affiliate sales and ad revenue and what that means to a channel, and if there are other ways that can help a channel not only grow because of subscribers, but just sustain itself. So here's the basic thing. And I don't think I'm alone here, but I may be floating on an island by myself. And that is that most people who start creating content for and continue to create content for a YouTube channel usually do it because they have an idea, they have a passion, they have a reason to do it. I'm sure there's a percentage of people that are copycatting and they're just trying to become a YouTube star. But if you're in my category of content creation, which is essentially education, you're probably doing it because, well, you want to help other people learn things and you have a passion for that. So that is definitely true for me. And I didn't come into this daily series with the intention that my channel was going to explode, that just magically overnight I'm going to go from about 10,000 subscribers to 100,000 to 500,000, so on and so forth. And I don't think that's an easy reality to achieve nowadays on YouTube. It might have been 10, 15 years ago. I have no idea. But I do know that there are things that you have to think about when you're running a channel in order for that channel to hopefully long-term sustain itself. So the first one is kind of the obvious, which is ad revenue. And YouTube keeps changing this with your pre-rolls. Sometimes there's mid-rolls for longer content. And this is a way for people, we'll call them creators, to make money, because people who are interested in the content they're creating will hopefully watch the entire ad that's pre-rolling, or ads nowadays, and that will then generate revenue for the channel. The reality is that if you want to force people to watch the ads in their entirety, which I think you can still do, I'm not sure, then you have a better chance of making slightly better ad revenue. But I don't necessarily like that, because I know as a consumer that I want to be able to skip an ad, get right to the content. That could hurt the channel. The reality is that right now, with the subscriber base that I have and the views that my channel has, on a good month, I'm probably making somewhere between $50 and $75 a month on ad revenue, if that. And that's taking into consideration that the average amount of time that I'm spending every single day creating content for this channel is about 2 to 3 hours a day. Sometimes it's a lot more than that. Sometimes it's a little bit less than that. But I would say somewhere in that 2 to 3 hour range is about the right amount of time that I'm spending on this. I'd love to spend more time doing it, get more in depth. We'll see how that goes. That'll sort of be the end part of this conversation. But ad revenue is not where you're going to be making a lot of money. Now, YouTube has something called memberships. And I could set up memberships, but I'm not of the thought process that I just want people to pay $5 a month so they get a special sticker. There has to be value-added content there, which means more time, more engagement, which I like. I love comments. I love feedback. But it's another commitment to creating more content with more time. And I believe, for me, that that's what you need to do if you're going to have memberships. Just like if you have a Patreon channel, you have to have value added for your viewers, your subscribers. So I don't think that that, at least right now, is an avenue for this channel to create additional revenue. Now, live streams, I do 4 times a month, 3 just the C47, 1 for camera and flask. The one thing that can help with additional revenue and is sort of a lot better, in my opinion, than membership at this point in time is super chats, where you say, I'm going to give $5, $10, $15, $20 because I've asked a question or questions. The channel is helping me learn, and there's value there, not just my channel, but other people's channels. But super chat and giving something in that scenario is a nice acknowledgement and can also help the channel. If it happens more often than not, then it really helps the channel, but it's not something I think anybody should expect. But it's, for me, a better way, at least at this time, than memberships to say thank you and to acknowledge the content that's being created. Now, the next one is affiliate sales. And affiliate sales are in many ways the most important in terms of sustaining a channel. Because if the person creating content on that channel has relationships with certain companies and resellers, then if people are clicking through on those affiliate links, it can actually generate real income that can help sustain the channel and what it's doing. But that's the key. If you're putting up a $2 or $3 product as an affiliate link to Amazon, then it's really literally pennies on the dollar that is going to be made in terms of affiliate sales. And sometimes that's what you should be doing. You should actually be just putting up a small widget that doesn't cost a lot of money, that is only going to make pennies on the dollar. Because the intention should always be, in my mind, that what you're doing is the passion part and money is always the byproduct. But it has to survive, right? Now, affiliate sales generally are somewhere in the range of about 3 to 8%, depending on the product, the reseller, how that affiliate sale is happening. It can sometimes be lower, it can sometimes be higher than that, but that's sort of the average range. And of course, it doesn't cost the buyer any more money. And sometimes it's really advantageous for a creator to put a link or links in their descriptions. For instance, if I put a link to the B&H store as an overall link, then when you click on that and you get to the store, even if you're just browsing, as long as you're within a certain window of time, I believe it's 60 hours, then anything you purchase during that period of time will be tagged as an affiliate sale from where you came from. So that doesn't matter where it came from, it's going to go to that affiliate in that situation. I don't know what the time period is for Amazon, but if I put a link there to the main page on Amazon and then you browse, then those would be affiliate sales that would be credited to the creator or the person that had that link. And then, of course, there's individual products. And then there's one other category, which is linking to specific companies. And usually the affiliate percentage is higher. For instance, if you click on an affiliate link to B&H for a product from a manufacturer, but I also have a manufacturer-specific link, the chances are that there's going to be a higher commission than if you went to the B&H link. So it just depends on the affiliate and the way it's structured, but that tends to be true. If you see a link in my description that is to B&H and then not Amazon, but to an actual manufacturer, it's better if you click on the manufacturer, because then you are basically, again, not paying any more for the product, but the person who's creating the link is probably getting a higher commission. So that's really important. And then lastly, there's sponsorships and partnerships. And that's a category that hasn't really been explored much with this channel. That may change in the future. But when you have sponsors, the real key is that they need to understand that if they're going to sponsor this channel, that I want to be Switzerland as much as I possibly can. So I want to be able to talk about, if a sponsor is a lighting company, other people's lights. If the sponsor is a camera company, I have to be able to talk about other cameras. It doesn't mean that I don't use or believe in the camera system that the sponsor is making or the products that they're making, but the whole idea here is education, and the vast majority of the content I'm trying to create is evergreen, meaning it lasts for a very long time. It has relevance. You're not going to do that when you're doing your top picks for Black Friday. You're not going to do that when there's a particular, product announcement. That's not really evergreen content, but by and large, I'm trying to create content that lasts for a long time. All right, there you have it. The takeaway, I guess, is, at least for this channel, if you are considering buying something, especially things like cameras and lenses and that kind of stuff, consider the links. They help the channel. They really do. And, lastly, when it comes to affiliate sales, that's the relationship. Now, Amazon, it's widgets. But with a company like B&H, those sales also create stronger relationships between the C47 and B&H. And hopefully that also, helps the chicken and egg scenario. What does that mean? We'll talk about that in another episode. Don't forget to, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.